What do you need to know right now for your highest good? We're going to tune in. Yes, both of us are. We're going to tune in with a brand new oracle deck and some tarot cards and find out. So keep watching. So before we get into the reading, I just want to quickly draw your attention to my brand new book, which is out on Amazon. It breaks down the astrology for your year ahead. So if you're interested, please check it out. The link is in the description of the video and also in the first pinned comment. And also in the pinned comments are the timestamps for the video. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for you. What do you need to know right now? Areas for personal growth. Let's find out. Remember, everything's a metaphor with an oracle deck. So let's see what we have. All right, so we have the Angel of Learning who's helping you out, Aries. The number 19, so that day it may be significant for you, or that number may be significant in some way. All right, so let's see what's going on with that. So this could be a spiritual lesson. This could be literally going back to school in some way. This could be some new skill that you are learning. All right, so the Angel of Learning, what do we need to know? This is your area of personal growth and opportunity. Learning. Aries. Let's find out. And of course, Jupiter's in your sign right now, and Jupiter does rule learning and education. So, oh, we have the Two of Cups, no reversals with this deck, and the Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so Aries, it seems like you are in the school of relationships right now. Okay, there's something going on here with relating to other people. Especially one maybe significant someone or somebody who's close to you. It does not have to be romantic. It could be in, a friendship sense. But, we have two people here, and two people here. So maybe you're learning more about yourself and what you need from a relationship or what you need from somebody close to you. Maybe you're learning how to negotiate better in relationships. Maybe you're learning to see another person's point of view. Okay, so that all of these are possibilities here. I'm just going to read this all kind of like holistically. So I feel like there's some sort of new spiritual agreement that you are coming into alignment with. And it's going to open a new door for you. And it's going to enable you to perhaps put to good use a skill or talent you have had since you were younger. Okay, now young could be 6 years old, 12 years old, 19, whatever. You got the 19 here. Maybe, when you were 19, this all kicked off. Okay, so I feel like you're making a personal commitment really to yourself, I feel, in terms of renegotiating, I think, also how you're spending your time. Okay, so that you have time for this particular pursuit. So that's another way to look at these particular energies. This is your birthday month, April. So I feel it's like you're making a personal commitment to yourself that by your birthday, because here there's that energy, by your birthday, you're going to be really deeply engaged with doing, learning, growing into this skill, this enjoyment, this hobby, whatever it is that you've had since you were younger. Okay. So for some of you, yes, this may be going back to school to pursue it, or taking you don't have to be like a degree program. It could just be a workshop or something like that. Others of you may be learning how to, if you already have this under your belt, some of you may be learning, how do I reach other people with my skill and talent? So maybe you're studying marketing. And there's something here also about light, joyful, and carefree energy in terms of reaching other people. There could be somebody important who's coming in to help you with that particular marketing angle, or, to get the word out about your talent. That's possible too. So you're also learning. This is the other thing. I really feel this is with this, you're really learning who's on your side also. This Two of Cups. Who's got your back and who does not? Who is really sincere in your world? Who is soulmate energy? I mean, both of these, even this you could say, all three of these are really soulmate, soul friendship type energies. People who have your back, people who are part of your soul family. So you're also perhaps learning, who those people really are in your life as well. A new person could be coming in though, I feel, with both of these energies in particular. And that new person, if they come in within 2 to 6 weeks, I mean, they're going to be, by your birthday, like I said, they're really going to be playing, I think, an important role in your life, whether business or personal. So very interesting energies here. But this is also just about learning about your own emotional needs in terms of connection and relationships as well, Aries. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know for your highest good. What's going on for you? Opportunity for personal growth. Let's find out. Ariel is concentrating. All right, Taurus. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we have the Angel of Faith and the number 12. Okay. Uranus is going direct today. I'm filming this January 22nd. So if you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, if Uranus has been testing your faith in the universe, hang in there. All right, let's see what we got for you. Angel of Faith. What do you need to have more faith in? Do you need to have more faith in the universe? Do you need to have more faith in yourself? Do you need to have more faith in a higher power? Do you need to have more faith in optimism? I don't know. Let's find out. What do you need more faith about? All right, we have the World. Your energy is in this card. We have the Hangman. I'm not going to use reversals, but we have the Hangman. And we have the King of Cups. Okay. So we have double Pisces here. But of course, this could also be Cancer or Scorpio. What I feel is going on here is that your faith has been tested in terms of some sort of delay. And I do feel this has something to do with Uranus having been retrograde for several months. And also the fact, and he's in your sign, and also the fact that we had the Uranus-Saturn square happening, which very much affected your sign and also Aquarius. I mean, it affected all of us, but with Uranus being in your sign, currently transiting there. So, we have that. We had Mars retrograde. We had Mercury retrograde. So we've had a lot of delays. This is a card. The Hangman is a card about having faith, keeping the faith. It is a very spiritual energy because it is ruled by Pisces. And it can be about just having the patience and you're legendary for your patience, but even you have a limit with that, right? I mean, everybody does. To just feeling like, you're being held back, right? You're held back. You're tied up. You can't move. You can't groove. You can't move forward. You've been in a spiritual timeout. That's the thing. And I think that has really tested your faith in terms of, is this situation ever going to change for me? It is. You are wrapping up a very interesting chapter for yourself. And I feel by the time we get to Pisces season, which only starts in less than a month. I'm filming this the 22nd, February 19th. We have a new moon in Pisces at 1 degree. So very shortly, you shall be freed from this. So I would say to myself, okay, my opportunity for growth is, where was my faith challenged within the last, I'm going to say, since we have the 22 here, 21 months, where the last 2 years, basically, let's work it with the numbers that way. The last 2 years, how has my faith been challenged in terms of my ability to move forward, to not feel like I'm sacrificing myself or my goals all the time? Have my sacrifices paid off in the last 2 years? Have I kept the faith in what I have been emotionally investing my energy in? So, all of this is shifting for you very, very soon. And I do feel that you are going to have an emotional sea change. So a very, a new emotional energy, emotional tide is coming in. This is very, very positive energy. And of course, the Pisces new moon is in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So I do feel that some of you are going to see a major turnaround in manifesting a long-held desire, a long-held dream. If you've been hanging in there, I mean, also maybe literally like hanging in there, and really working diligently to change your world. If you have been keeping the faith in making changes, even if they've been slow in coming, even if it's been like slogging through mud, positive emotional shift is coming in for you. Okay, very, very soon. So just keep the faith, especially keep the faith in yourself, because your energy is showing up here, right, in this World card. And this is about one cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. This is also a birth card. Let's not forget that. This is not just about endings. So, you know, there is going to be a very strong emotional shift in the tides for you, Taurus. And you may even feel that if you're watching this today on the 22nd, or the week of the January 22nd, you may feel it start to happen this week as Uranus moves forward in your sign. All right, Gemini, let's see what we need to know for you. For your highest good, possibilities, opportunities for growth, Gemini. Ooh, we have the Angel of Gratitude. Beautiful. Okay, so we have mindfulness, compassion, perspective, forgiveness, abundance, peace, selfless, gratitude, purpose. All these beautiful words on that card, the number 13. So that may be an important number for you, a lucky number for you. Okay, let's see what we got. What are you going to be grateful for, Gemini? Personal growth. You may find that starting a gratitude practice may be especially helpful for you. But there also could be something coming in that you're going to be very grateful for. So let's see what we need to know. Ariel is concentrating and threatening to flop on the mouse. Okay. Oh. You know, cats, they have to always be laying on something on the desk. They can't just be on the desk. They have to have, you know, their perch on something. Her perch currently is the mouse pad. Okay. Let's see what we got, because it's cushy. She likes it. All right, we have the Empress, and we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, very nice. So I'm going to read this as my bucket list energy here with the Seven of Cups. I'm just reading everything kind of holistically here. Empress, love or money, nurturing energy, biz if you own your own business, but this is very good energy for something that you've been working on for a while. This, of course, is also mothering energy. So depending on your personal situation, some of you who have been trying to get pregnant, there could be some very good news around that. I would say by the end of Pisces season, based on these energies. So could be within 7 weeks, which would bring us into Pisces season. I'm filming this, as I said, January 22nd. But the Seven of Cups for me can be, depending on what we're asking about in our context, can be our bucket list, our dreams and wishes. So this is an important emotional change, something being offered to you that's going to make you feel really good. What is being offered to you is something that you're going to feel very grateful for in terms of love or money, with the Venus symbol here. Since this is your 12th house, Taurus, of the subconscious, and it also rules, of course, Libra, which is your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, the house of the entrepreneur. I feel like this may have ties to some sort of creative endeavor that you have been working on, you know, maybe for the last 9 months. So if you've been writing a book, or if you've been building a business, or if you have been trying to make a baby, whatever that baby might be, right? There could be some very good news coming in for that being realized, I would say, by the end of Pisces season. So you could be very, very grateful for that. This is really being in that full power of creation, because it's the Empress showing up. So whatever you're going to be feeling grateful for, whatever on your bucket list is coming in that the universe is providing, this is something significant, because the Empress is here, and it's likely something that you have been wanting for a while. It's been on your mind, your subconscious, like it's been something that's been percolating beneath the surface for quite a while that you have been wanting to do. And the fifth house also, the Libra, that is about pleasure. So it is something that's going to give you a lot of joy and satisfaction, even, pleasure, even if we're talking about a work situation, which we may be. So this is fabulous, beautiful energy here, Gemini. Beautiful. Cancer, what do you need to know right now? For your highest good. Let us find out. Opportunities for growth. Cancer. Ooh, wow. And of course we have a moon. We get the moon for you. Angel of the night sky. Ooh, okay. So this is like very mysterious. I never read any of the books that come with the cards, so I always make up my own interpretation. The number 32 is on here. That may be important for you. So I just feel like something's being stirred in your subconscious. Something is being gifted to you in your dreams. Your dreams may be particularly potent and hold the key to the next chapter in your life, the next new beginning, the next thing that's about to manifest in your world. And this may be happening by the next full moon, which I believe is, I want to say, February 5th in Leo, which is your second house of money. So you could get this sudden download in your dream about some way to make money, or who to call about a job, or an investment, like you get like numbers or letters in a dream for like a stock you want to buy or something like that. So there could be something like that going on for you like I said, by our next full moon, which is in Leo. Okay. All right. Let's see what we need to know. Cancer. Get the mouse out of the way. Cancer. Ariel's here. See the little fuzzes. That's her. All right. Cancer. Angel of the night sky. Ooh, we got some Libra. And we have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Interesting, because we were just talking about your second house of money. Okay, so I'm reading everything holistically, not necessarily in the order that it's coming out here in the cards for this particular reading. So this is your fourth house of home and family and roots. But I am also going to just look at this as some sort of business contract, some sort of business deal. Something that involves paperwork, legalities, like I said, a contract, something like that. And this contract can even be with yourself, right? A self-contract. I commit to myself that I'm going to do X, Y, Z. So what I think has been happening is this for me is infinity loop. Like you're stuck in this. I can't break out of this back and forth. I'm really not sure. I'm juggling these two things. I'm not sure what I want to do. It's not movement forward. Twos are not movement forward. And this two is no exception. But the three is different. The three is I am now commencing action. I'm building something. I'm making a plan. I'm making a structure. So I think you're going to get the answer to some sort of stuck problem, maybe to do with finances, as I said, in a dream that's going to give you the architecture, structure, plan to help you make this happen in your life. And because this is a foundation card for you, the fourth house, it's something upon which you can build a solid foundation. So whatever this means for you, you have to apply the energies to your life. And yes, in this particular deck, it's very artistic. She's sitting there drawing this lady in an art class. And it can be about teaching and learning, Three of Pentacles, absolutely. In the traditional tarot imagery, it's more about the plan to build something. And something is underway, but it's not finished yet. So this is stuck. This is, all right, it's underway. We got the answer. We got the way to move forward. And this is a very strong foundational indicator, since it's the fourth house of security and stability for you, that you're going to be moving in the right direction. So this is very good. You may have some options to weigh about how you're going to build this thing, but at least the energy is going to be moving forward for you. And this is going to come through some sort of dream. It's a great thing if you have some sort of problem to Tell your subconscious before you go to sleep to fix the issue or bring you the answer in the morning that you'll remember. And then keep that piece of paper by your bed. And the moment you wake up, just write down anything. It doesn't matter. Just even if it's a little tiny fragment of something, write it down. Don't try to analyze it, and wait and see. Try this for several nights, several successive evenings before you go to sleep. And just in the morning, write down. And then maybe after a week's time, go back and look at these pieces and see what is the answer there for you. And remember too, that in dreams, our subconscious often speaks in metaphor. It speaks in rhymes. It also speaks in puns sometimes, like in homonyms. Like if there is, trying to think of an example. Well, you know what a homonym is, right? I mean, obviously, right? It's words that sound the same but are spelled differently. So, okay, but I can't think of an example off the top. I keep getting this image of wood, actually. Like, would you be doing this? Would you like to do this? And you're getting like this piece of wood and somebody's hammering at it with an axe. Okay, so wood, W-O-O-D, and then wood, W-O-U-L-D, right? So it's like that type of thing. And you wake up like the wood is being like chopped by the axe, and you're like, you know what? I wouldn't want to do that. That's how dreams, try to give an example, how dreams work sometimes in puns, like homonyms like that. We often may not get that until several nights later, and we go back and we revisit what we wrote down. So just kind of keep that in mind, okay? But very interesting energies here for you, I think, to solve some sort of, stuck situation. Leos, what do you need to know right now? For your highest good, let's find out. Leos. Oh, Leos. Personal growth opportunity for the Leos. Leos. Ooh, we have the Angel of Clarity. This is a very Leo imagery, isn't it? All this beautiful, shining golden light here. Beautiful. Okay, so you're going to be getting some sort of clarity around a situation. Let's find out what we need to know about that. For your highest good, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out without a doubt, because it's clarity. So without a doubt, there will be no fog or illusions or delusions. It will be right there for you to see. Okay, what do we need to know for the Leos? Leos. Oh, we have the Page of Cups, no reversals. And the Lavas. Ooh. Oh, and the Six of Swords. Okay. All right, so I'm just reading everything holistically here. You've been probably needing to make some sort of decision. Now, this could be about a love relationship. That is possible, but doesn't necessarily have to be. The lovers can just be about, which direction do I go in? This could be with a Gemini. It's possible. We got two like Gemini energy showing up here. We also have Pisces, so it could be something to do with a Pisces. But what I am feeling is that you are wanting some sort of affirmation from the universe, from your intuition, maybe even from someone else who may be involved in this situation, of the direction that this energy is going in. So this is Gemini is your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So this is something that, and because the major arcana is showing up here, this is something that is very serious for you. This is something you really want in your life to manifest. And there may have been some concerns around this thing ever manifesting, or concerns that you have had about, am I going to be making the right decision? You are absolutely going to be making the right decision. The Page of Cups is here. This is a very tender, heartfelt energy. This is good vibes. This is sincerity. There may be a little bit of a surprise twist in how this clarity comes in. And it's the type, getting a buzz in my ear. It's the type of thing where you may get that clarity from a source you least expect to give it to you. It's the classic thing where it's like, strangers on a train or on a plane, or, some on the bus or whatever. Like, you're sitting next to somebody and all of a sudden, like, you strike up a conversation or whatever, and they they tell you something and it's like, wow, like that is the message from the universe. You'll never see that person ever again in your whole life, probably. But it's like that type of serendipitous type of energy that may have a surprising twist to it. It is also possible that a situation that you never thought would finally get resolved in some way gets resolved in a very surprising way and helps you move on from some kind of, mental angst about it. May involve a Gemini, as I said, may involve also some sort of, writing project that's possible, some sort of teaching project, networking project, sales project. It could be something like that also with the heavy Gemini influence here. But it looks like the news is going to be good with this clarity here. But I would also say too, that when the news comes in, you're gonna feel that internal resonance with it, with that piece of information. When I say news, it could just be a piece of information. And that information could come through some other means as well, not necessarily a person. It could come through a movie you're watching, could come through a YouTube video, a book you're reading, again, like some conversation somebody else is having that you overhear. So, whatever, but it's gonna intuitively hit you like, oh my God, yes, that's it. Right? And it brings that stunning clarity of, okay, this is how I make this decision. This is how this situation moves forward in the best way for me. So this is very, very positive. I would say, working with timings here, I would say within 6 weeks. I'm filming this January 22nd, so you can apply your timings accordingly, Leo. Oh, and I would also just like to say that if you were in doubt about how someone felt about you, if we look at this romantically, if you've been kind of wondering, does this person care about me, or are they just a player or whatever? This person does care about you. You've been worrying, perhaps unnecessarily, perhaps. Virgo, what do you need to know right now for your highest good, your personal growth? Virgos, what's happening? Oh, isn't this beautiful? Angel of Success, number 31. Glorious and gorgeous. Look at this. All right, let's see what we need to know about that for you. Success is heading your way, Virgo. Okay. Let's find out. Virgos. Angel of Success. The Star and the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. This success is coming in fast. Wow. Coming in fast. And we have the sixth house being represented here as well. This is Aquarius, your sixth house of work and well-being. We have the number 6 represented here also with the Six of Wands. We got some Eight of Wands, Leo, fast-moving energy. So, what I'm getting here is that for some of you, and this depends, of course, on, your industry, so to speak, whatever you're involved in, it may come so fast that people are going to think you're this like overnight success. But meanwhile, you've been working diligently behind the scenes for, many years, maybe even, 6 to 8 years. You've been working very hard to manifest this particular success. It could be 6 to 8 months also, but I feel like for some of you, it's a little longer. Like you've got a lot of time invested in your career, in your work, and maybe in a particular project. And a lot of times when something happens fast, like, people don't see those years of hard work behind that. They just know all of a sudden there's Virgo everywhere. Like you're here, you're there, like people know your name, like, oh my God, like, right? So it's like that type of thing. But you know the truth. You know how hard you have been working. So your hard work is going to pay off. It's coming in fast. And I would say it could be happening in Aquarius season because we have this showing up here. We are now in Aquarius season. I'm filming this January 22nd. But this could also go out into, I would say, into the end of March. That's possible as well, like within 6 to 8 weeks. The 8 weeks would bring us to the end of March. So, but in any case, we have your star rising high in the sky. We have this healing energy. You know, success does can bring healing to our lives. It can heal our finances. If we've been in a financial struggle, success often brings more opportunities, which include more financial opportunities. It can heal our sense of self-esteem if we've been feeling like, you know, a little down and out, like, well, nobody's noticing what I'm doing. I'm working so hard. You know, getting that encouragement and that acknowledgement from the outside world. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all need a little ego boost. And, you know, I feel this is more than just a little ego boost, though. This is very significant. So, you know, this is just feel good energy here. And I also feel like as a result of whatever this is here, there's going to be some other opportunities coming in for you with this Eight of Wands. But overall, this happens very, very quickly. And it's going to lead to even a bigger and better situation for you with this star card here. You know, this star for me is, as I've said many times on the channel, it's like this destiny. It's like this, your star in the sky rising high. It's a destiny you're heading toward. And people are definitely sitting up and taking notice of you. There's something about this success of yours, this project, whatever this is you've been working on. You haven't really allowed yourself to be seen. Because look, she's naked here, right? So she's totally like bearing it all. Like, I mean, maybe not literally, okay? But like, you're just like, here I am. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is my true gift. This is my true self, my authentic self. Here I am. And it's because that has been to a level maybe that it hasn't been that way before, that's going to bring the success. So if you are looking to fast track your success, Virgo, I would say look for, you know, further ways that you can really show up. Now, I'm not saying you're not authentic now, but in a way that you can be even more authentic and revealing as you feel comfortable, and open. This is the sense of really just being open, and sharing your talents and skills and letting people get to know you and see the real you. The more you can do that, the more successful this energy is going to be for you. So, I mean, this is great. Excellent, excellent energies here. Virgo. Libras, let's see what you need to know for your highest good, opportunities for growth. Let's see. Libras, what is going on? All right. We have Angel of Power. Oh, this is exciting. She looks like Superwoman there. Wow. Where's this guy doing in the background? Number 26 is on here. It looks like she has a lighter in her hand or a candle or something. Is she at a rock concert? I don't know what's going on. What's going on with this deck? Okay, Angel of Power. Let's see what we need to know about how you will be feeling powerful in your life. It looks like she's leaving behind her past or something. That's what I feel like. Maybe because this is in like a shadowy, or maybe that's the angel in the shadows helping her move on from the past. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. Let's see what the cards have to say, the tarot. But you're feeling empowered, powerful. You got the red on there. Maybe wearing some red would be helpful. All right, let's see what we got, Libras. We have the Empress. There's your energy. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Three of Swords. Okay, yeah. So you are healing. So we have two number threes here. The 3 and the 3 with the Empress. There has been a situation in your life that has been very slow because the Knight of Pentacles is here. I'm reading all of this holistically. It's been very slow to heal. There was some heartbreak. This could be 3 months ago, 3 years ago. This could be 30 years ago. Doesn't matter, right? But it was something that that deeply touched your heart. I mean, deeply. And also because your energy showing up here is the major arcana. So this, and then we have the matching threes. This was something that really struck to the core of you, this heartbreak. All right. The Knight of Pentacles, it perhaps affected your self-esteem. Pentacles I read as self-esteem, not just as money. But this is also slow and very stuck energy, the Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't move quickly. So But what this is saying to me is that this stuck energy is finally getting out of here. And you're going to be feeling more and more like your old self. And I would say within 3 weeks. I mean, it could be within 3 days. I mean, you are, look at the red here. We have the red here. So you're getting back to your old self. And I think that that this energy that's happening, this energy that's happening now that Uranus is going direct in Taurus, which also is this energy here. And he's going direct as of January 22nd today, the day that I am filming. And that is your 8th house of transformation and of healing. That you're going to be feeling this vibe very strongly now. Uranus has been retrograde. You've been kind of reviewing this past situation. Like I said, the energy's been kind of heavy and stuck. This is busting out and busting loose for you. And we have the number 26 here. So I would even say by the 26th of February, you should be feeling, back to your old self. And I would also say this is like you really taking charge of your own healing as well with this angel of power. This may have something to do also with some sort of financial disappointment or a financial betrayal. That's possible with these energies, like a job you thought you were going to get, or a promotion you thought you were going to get, or a client who didn't pay you, or something like that. Something better is going to come in for you financially. That is going to, again, shift this energy, and you're going to be like, oh, whatever with that. It doesn't matter. I got this better and bigger opportunity here. So you're going to be getting your passionate energy, your fire back, Libra, absolutely, with these energies. So, and you're going to be ready to, that's the other thing. You're going to be ready if this was, a love betrayal. You're going to be ready to step out, and you're going to be feeling much, like I said, much more like yourself. This is very sexy energy, the Empress, whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter who, your gender watching this. This is very like sexy, empowered, like I feel good about myself again. So you may be catching the vibe, catching the eye of, if this is applicable to your situation, of somebody important who could become important in your world by the end of February. Very, very possible with these energies. But of course, you got to put yourself out there too. You got to take control, of the situation and of your energy. Libras. I'm adjusting the mouse. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you. Opportunity for personal growth. What do you need to know right now? Ariel is staring at me and concentrating. For the Scorpios, what do you need to know? Scorpio. Ooh, we have the angel of adventure and the number 1. Okay, let's see what that is all about. So you need a vacation. You need a new creative adventure. You need to get out in nature, maybe with some other friends. You need to get out of the house. Scorpio. Okay. Let's see what we need to know for you. What is this adventure that Scorpio needs in their life right now? All right, there's the work card. Oh, Ariel laying all over the mouse. And the Page of Swords. And her tail hitting the cards. And the 3 of Wands. Okay. So you need a new intellectual adventure. You need to open up and use your mind in a new way. You got to create something new for yourself that takes you out of a comfort zone and that helps you build your future in some way with this 3 of Wands. So this 3 of Wands is about building toward your future, seeing something come on the horizon that you have been working toward manifesting. So something that you perhaps have been working toward manifesting is about to come on the horizon and lead you on to a whole new adventure, probably within a month with the number 1 that's here. Could be by the end of March also. 8 weeks by the end of March, very possible here with this energy. Others of you haven't been working on anything, and that is the opportunity for growth, is to step into that, is to get back to the drawing board and focus your mind, Page of Swords, on something new. Pages are about the new. Focus your mind on something new in terms of your intellectual pursuits. So you're writing, you're thinking, maybe creating a new business for yourself, a new website, a new marketing plan, whatever. maybe a new social media profile. If you want to get out there, maybe your adventure is you want to meet somebody new. Well, focus on social media and repackage yourself in some way, redo your profile, whatever it might be here. So some of you, the adventure you may need also is a new job, if that's applicable for you. And again, this is something about, I feel, looking in a new direction. Look how she's looking this way and she's also looking this way. And for me, that's my right and that's the future. She's looking left, which is the past. So things that may have worked in the past for you are not the things to be necessarily utilizing at this time. It's time to focus and find a new direction, new tactics, and new techniques in order to maybe manifest a job or manifest a new opportunity for yourself in some way, in order to manifest this new adventure. It's not about looking at fields you've already been frolicking in. It's about, I don't know where that metaphor came from. It's about, expanding your vision about where you're going to find this sense of adventure, where you're going to find this opportunity. All right. So it's about that expansion. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. And because the Page of Swords is here, it's about expanding your mind to accept the fact that you need to maybe look further afield for that particular adventure. Even if you're looking to buy a new home and let's say you don't want to leave the state you're in, maybe you really like the state wherever you're living. But maybe you've only been looking in a 10-mile radius of where you're currently living. It may be you need to go further afield to find what you want. Maybe you need to go 2 towns over from where you're currently living, or a county over, or, something like that. So this is about focused exploration of what is possible for your future. All right. And it's going to be coming through new possibilities for you, not tried and true methods. And I say this, Scorpio, because as a fixed energy, and I got Scorpio in my chart. I got this going on too. So I'm not saying anything bad, but you are a fixed sign, and Scorpio energy can get very, fixed and fixated on certain things and find it sometimes challenging to be more flexible. Unless you have Mercury in Sagittarius, and then maybe you find it a little easier. But so be open and be flexible with where you're looking for these new opportunities that will lead to an exciting adventure. Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know for your highest good, your personal growth, opportunities. What does Saggy need to know? Sagittarius. All right, what do we have? Ooh, we have the Angel of Inspiration. Isn't that beautiful? And the number 18. Okay, so what are you going to be inspired by? I don't know. Let's find out. That's exciting. Fresh inspiration in your life to create, to be joyful, to have fun. You got Jupiter going through your 5th house right now. That's all that energy. All right, let's find out. Maybe you will be a source of inspiration for somebody in your world. Oh, the Knight of Cups. And the 2 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords. Okay. Inspiration is connected with the breath. The root of that word has to do with breathing. Okay, so you can Google that, look it up if you don't believe me. Okay, so, and I'm reading all these energies holistically. I feel like you've been holding your breath about something. You've been holding your breath about committing yourself emotionally and mentally to a course of action. I think maybe you've been waiting on a source of inspiration. You've been waiting for that wind beneath your wings. And we're working with the breath and the, air metaphor here. And we got air energy showing up in this reading. You've been waiting for that wind beneath your wings, that source of inspiration, your intuition, the kick into high gear, like that internal knowing. That's coming for you. This is you've been waiting. There has been something, 2 of Swords can be a little defensive. I feel like, sorry, Ariel, I put my elbow on her tail. And she just made a noise. I think that's applicable for this reason. I think you've been a kind of a little like, meh. Like you have been wanting maybe something to be a certain way. And you're getting cranky because it hasn't quite gelled and come together in the way that you thought. That's changing with this Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords. So it was okay for you to wait. But I also feel that what's going to break this waiting period, how this is going to kick off, is that you're going to allow yourself to see something in your heart that you weren't allowing yourself to feel before or see before, about what you really need to inspire you to make this change in your life, to move on from something that has been problematic for you, the Six of Swords. So, and this could have something to do with your future direction, like where you're headed next in your career, in your personal life, I mean, whatever. So, I don't feel like it's so much about an outside inspiration. That's all like a lightning bolt's going to come in and you're going to be like, aha, eureka moment. No, I didn't know. It's more internal stuff that you have to allow yourself to see and acknowledge that's going to cause the shift. And that's going to cause you to remove that block to your inspiration. I think you've been maybe blocking yourself in some way. In like I said, there's something you just haven't wanted to deal with, face, about probably a problematic situation because the Six of Swords is showing up. Once you do face that whole energy shifts out and a new opportunity comes. You have that emotional drive with the Knight of Cups to make the positive change and be inspired to make the positive change in your life. So this is very, very interesting energy here to work with, Sagittarius. Like don't be your own worst enemy with this situation. Capricorn, let's see what is going on for you. What do you need to know right now? Opportunities for personal growth. Ariel is contemplating. You see her little ears right there. She's here on the desk. Tail twitching. Ready for the Capricorn. All right, what do we have? Ooh, we have the Angel of Imagination. And the number 17. She's leaning up against some books here. Is it time for you to write your story, Capricorn? Is it time for you to write your book? Is it time for you to be really feeling like you're the author of your destiny? Is it time to imagine a new future for yourself, the next chapter of your story? Of course, I am speaking in metaphor. Oracle cards for me are always metaphors. All right, let's see what we have. Capricorn, what do we need to know about the Angel of Imagination for you? All right, let's see. Oh, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And I know you like your Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy for me. And the Five of Swords. Would it be a Capricorn reading without the Five of Swords? Probably not. Okay. JC, I said that just for you. I know you're watching. Okay. All right. So I'm just reading this all holistically. Five of Swords for me is daytime anxiety. It's just a mental consternation. Yes, it can sometimes be arguments with other people, but I think the argument is with yourself right now, not so much with other people. So we have in this deck, I love the Seven of Pentacles in this deck because it's like she's still watering this tiny plant over here, but this is the one that really she's been concentrating on growing. So I think you maybe have been going through some sort of internal struggle over which area of my life or which project do I focus in on, which is going to bring me the best results for my investment of time and energy. I mean, it is true. We only have so much time and energy at our disposal. That's just a fact of life. You know that better than most because you're ruled by Saturn, the Lord of Time. So, you get that. But even you, Capricorn, you try to have, multitask. You try to have a lot of different income streams and irons in the fire and all that. And that's all well and good. But this is saying that it is time to put your creative energy into imagining what is really going to grow in your life and what would bring the best investment of time and energy. It's something new. I don't feel it's what you've already been attending to. This has only gone to a certain height. This is stunted growth over here. Maybe it could grow bigger, but she's not looking at that. She is looking at this, but she's not attending to it. She's not watering this one. She's watering this one over here. So this is about getting yourself focused and regrouped and realigned and focus on what you can grow to the greatest potential, the 10 of Pentacles, all right, which is the highest in the suit, obviously, the 10 of the minor arcana. We're not counting the court cards here. So, and this is about legacy also, the 10 of coins. So I feel like this is something here. Think about the next chapter of your life. Expand your imagination into creating something that would be a legacy project that you would be known for, whatever that means for you. Okay. And also in terms of a financial legacy for your family, whoever, again, that may be in your life, creating a secure foundational future, money that will last you for a while, that's not just going to evaporate. It can be investments, but the 10 of coins also, it's investment, right? Investment of time and energy that leads to the ultimate outcome that lasts longer than a flash in the pan. So you have an enormous business brain. Most Capricorns do, to build and create and structure and call in pentacles, call in plenty of pentacles. But like I said, I feel like stop fighting with yourself. There's something here that's not aligned, and you need to revision and reimagine what is possible for your future and go for the thing that's more substantial and is the one true thing, instead of having yourself torn in different directions. Okay, so that's what I would suggest for these particular energies. Capricorn. Aquarius, what do you need to know for your highest good right now? Opportunities, information. Aquarius. Let's see. Oh, we have the Angel of Past Issues. Isn't that exciting? Okay, the number 23. Everything's a metaphor with me when I use oracle cards. So interesting, because we have Saturn getting ready to move out of your sign as of March 7th. So I feel like, and of course Pluto is getting ready to go into your sign, but Saturn's leaving. So you are wrapping up a cycle of past issues. Absolutely here. And I feel like this is, coming to a very deserved conclusion by the beginning of March. So things from your past, you've been facing with them, you've been dealing with them. If you haven't, we even have a clock here, which is very Saturn, right? Lord of Time, Saturn going on here. So this is the last bit of junk. This is the last bit of stuff. Look at these little papers flying here. So this is the last bit of karmic contracts. These kind of look like karmic contracts. The last bits of stuff you are wrapping up, clearing the slate, etc., as Saturn leaves your sign. And here's the thing with Saturn. When he leaves a sign, he often brings some sort of reward if you have done the work. So if you have successfully healed karmic contracts, dealt with things from your past, etc., and you didn't ignore them, Saturn will show you pretty soon after he leaves your sign that you got this, right? In some sort of way, you'll know you passed the test. All right, so let's see what we need to know about that. So if there's still some things left to kind of deal with from your past, make sure that you deal with them over the next several weeks before Saturn gets out of your sign. Okay, well, let's see what we need to know. We have the Queen of Cups, and that is a time marker for when Saturn goes into Pisces. And then we have the Moon. Oh, and more Pisces. Okay. All right, so probably when we have the full moon in March, which is, again, I was trying to remember off the top of my head, new moon is on the 20th. So so then that's around like March 5th, 6th, 7th, that time frame. Right around. Yeah, that's correct. That's right. It's a full moon just before Saturn leaves your sign. Okay? I feel like that's going to be the significant, it's the significant turning point for you. Where you have had to sacrifice, where you have made sacrifices with the Hangman, with Saturn in your sign, where you have had to sacrifice, do hard work, maybe not have so much pleasure and joy, because that's the nature of Saturn. Where you have had to do that, you will be rewarded. You will see the reasons why, and there will be a positive emotional shift in your energy. You will feel set free. You will feel an emotional lightness. Things will make sense to you also. Like things that, there's going to be, I think, one more thing that may come out of the woodwork with this moon Hangman energy. And that's not bad. I don't think it's not something bad. It's like when I say come out of the woodwork, like you'll understand maybe the mysterious workings of some situation that happened over the last 3 years that maybe at the time you didn't understand. You were like, WTF, why did that particular thing happen? That loss or problem or just, depressing situation. That's Saturn, right? So you're going to be like, something's going to come to light that's going to make sense for you and going to put it all into perspective. Because that's the other thing about the Hangman. It can be about seeing your situation with new eyes from a different perspective. So that's what we got going on here. And that's going to help you resolve the past something that happened within the past 3 years. This information that comes to light. Like I said, I think by that full moon in March, which would technically be the full moon in Virgo. But it's in Pisces season. That's okay. So that's what I'm saying here. So I think that this is very positive overall. But yeah, don't be surprised if you get a piece of information. It could come in a dream. It's very possible with the Queen of Cups here in this. It's possible also that somebody, perhaps a female or somebody who has very strong feminine energy, they reach out to you and give you that piece of information. It could be an apology. That's possible with these energies. I'm not saying you should, whatever you do with that apology is your own business. I'm not saying you have to have somebody come back in your life if you don't want them in your life. But that could, again, reveal some sort of missing piece of the puzzle to a situation, emotional situation that was very difficult during the Saturn transit. So interesting energies here, but this is almost wrapped up for you. So, and I think it's going to be wrapped up very, very favorably. All right, Pisces, what do you need to know right now? Opportunities for personal growth and transformation. What do we need to know, Pisces? Oh, number 20, the Angel of Love. Ooh, okay. Ooh la la, Angel of Love, Pisces. Let's find out. What do we need to know? Interesting, because on the 19th, we have a very exciting, 19th of February, we have your new moon, and this is the number 20 here. So I think that new moon, which is very favorable, there could be maybe something a poppin' then for you, like, romantically speaking. Let's see, Angel of Love, the Pisces. Oh, 7 of Cups, Cancer energy. Oh, and an 8 of Cups. And the Temperance. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to read this a couple different ways. Some of you left behind a relationship. Could be within the last 7-8 months. It could also be within the last 7 or 8 years. Maybe you haven't dated anybody since then. It could also be the last 2 years because we got the 20 here. reduce it to the number 2. But you walked away because I think the major reason you walked away, 8 of Cups here, is because they intuitively, it didn't feel right, first of all. But also, that was not what you were dreaming about. Like, you know, Pisces energy is very much driven by dreams. You know, the ideal. Pisces are idealists. Like, they really want that sublime experience. So whatever you were dealing with before in your relationship, it was far from ideal. Like, it was like toilet seat up all the time, socks on the floor, you know, you don't bring me flowers anymore. Like, that type of energy. All right. You were like, what? Like, this is not how I wanted my romance to be. So you're like, all right. So you walked. I feel like you really walked away. Your patience is going to pay off, right? And I think some of you have been alone for a while, or maybe you've been dating, but again, you just keep running into the mundane, the irritatingly mundane, not an ounce of romance in their soul type energy. So your patience is going to be paid off. This is shifting. This is changing for you with this Temperance. And, you know, it's very interesting with Saturn getting ready to go into your sign. A lot of people are like, oh my God, Saturn in your own sign. This is terrible. Like, oh my God, depression, like this, that. No, it doesn't have to be. This is about getting serious about your personal goals. This is about understanding the importance of the passage of time. And, you know, time waits for nobody, as we know. And it is also going to be your time. It's going to be your time to commit to yourself and commit to your most important goals. And for some of you, one of your most important goals is to manifest a really beautiful, romantic, heartfelt, soul-centered love relationship, a love connection. So it's time to get serious with that, with Saturn going into your sign. So make the changes that you need to make to manifest that to come in. For some of you, you got to get out of the house. I mean, my Venus in Pisces definitely needs to get out of the house. All right, you need to get out of the house. You need to maybe make some other personal changes in some way. I mean, I don't know what those might be for you. This is your Sagittarius energy, so that's your 10th house of career. It could be you've been spending too much time at work. Now, nothing wrong with working, my Capricorn says, right, in my chart. Ariel's making noise in the background. Nothing wrong with working. But what this is saying to me is you need to work. My sofa is going to look like, I don't know what, from her doing her nails on. I just don't know. It's a good thing I really don't care, but we try to have nice things, but with cats around, it's impossible. Well, one cat. With a cat around like Ariel, it's impossible. Now she's doing it on the other side. Oh my God, Pisces. Okay. You need to treat this quest for this connection like a job. And what I mean by that is that you need to show up regularly and with discipline, that's Saturn, to make this particular thing happen. Have tasks for yourself. Say, okay, I'm going to go out to this, and this place this month. Or I'm going to socialize with these friends. Or I'm going to do my manifestation, meditation work to call in this person. I mean, whatever works for you, whatever you want to do. But it needs to be like kind of like a job in that you have tasks, you have consistency, etc. And I think if you use that approach, that could help you call in this person. Also, this person needs to be really aligned with the fact of whatever it is you do for work. And a lot of Pisces are in very unusual fields or creative fields, or, you know, you have maybe strange hours, or, you know, because you're very unconventional, right? Like, you do things differently, which is a strength of Pisces. So they need to be on board with whatever it is you're doing that makes you happy for your career. You may meet them through some sort of career situation, like a conference you go to. I'm really getting the sense of travel for y'all. Okay, some sort of travel and meeting this person. Now, for those of you who are already involved with somebody, this angel of love is saying to me that y'all need to take a trip. You need to take a road trip, something that's been on your bucket list. Sagittarius energy is travel. Jupiter and Sag. Jupiter's the ruler of Sag. Jupiter is in your second house of money right now. So some of you need to invest that money if you have it. Again, this doesn't have to be extravagant. I know times are a little tight and tough right now, but even if it's just a short weekend away, to really reaffirm. And she jumped up on the desk and shut off the video. You really need to reaffirm your connection to yourselves, to your relationship, that will bring about some sort of positive change. So if you've been feeling like a little disconnect from your partner, which happens even in the best of relationships, because it's just modern life, right? There's a lot of demands on our time. Having some sort of little trip away, possibly to the mountains, would do a world, mountains here, would do a world of good for that connection. So I feel if you already have a relationship, it's very strong here with this. But there needs to be some sort of emotional shift out of the same old. Like, you need to bring the romance back to the relationship a little bit. And again, like, work on that romance and connection. And that will be fantastic for your life with this person. Okay, so I think this is very positive overall. You have a lot of angelic protection surrounding your love life right now, whether you're with somebody or you're trying to manifest somebody. So, take advantage of that energy and put yourself out there, Pisces. Right, Ariel? Do you agree? Yeah? Okay. So thank you so much for joining me for your, what do you need to know right now? Next possibilities, wild possibilities, opportunities for your future. We'll be back with videos for February very, very soon. So stay tuned. And I will also be starting the birthday lives again with the Aquarius reading, which I will schedule soon on the YouTube channel. So, love you guys. Don't forget, get yourself a copy of this. This also goes into the lucky days in the back of the book for each month, for each zodiac sign. So that's very good to help you with your timings. And it breaks down all the yearly transits that are most important to focus in on for your highest good and greatest success. So please check out the book. All right, take care. We'll see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out. Right, Ariel? Is it time for lunch? Are you hungry?